In this video, I want to share with you a 4-step process to getting pre-approved. Now, before I get to it, a lot of people start their pre-approval process online. They go online and they fill out an application. And I would suggest that you have a conversation with a mortgage lender first. And here's the reason why, 2 reasons. Number one, a lot of times when you apply online, you're applying with a marketing company that's going to sell your information, and then you're going to get inundated. That's number one. Number two, even if you're applying with a direct mortgage lender that doesn't sell the information and it's not a lead generation company, it may not be the time to have your credit pulled just yet. And that's why I always suggest step number one is speak to someone on the phone first. Inquire, talk to someone first. Let them know what's important to you. Let them know your time frame. It may not be time to apply just yet, and it may not be time to have your credit pulled. So that's why when I'm working with a potential buyer and my agents refer the business over to me, or someone reaches, calls me or finds me on YouTube like this, I always start with a conversation. Always start with a conversation. So that way I can best understand what my client's needs are, what they're looking to do. And like I said, it may not be the right time to have the credit pulled. So that's number one. Number two, based on that conversation, then I will say, let me send you the link to my application, my direct application. And that way I can take a look at everything. And I'll also give a list of documents so that my clients can upload their income information, W-2s, pay stubs, and things like that. That's also very important because you want a pre-approval, not a pre-qualification. A pre-qualification is just based off of information that you get, that we would get over the phone, and we just say, hey, based off of that, this is what this is a ballpark of what you'd be approved for. A pre-approval is where we're looking at the credit, we're looking at the documents. So step number two is fill out the application and submit all of the documents that are required that the lender is asking for. So that way they can be very, very thorough and go over everything with you. Now, step number three that I do is I have a follow-up phone call. And I do that so that way I can review everything with my clients and make sure that everything that was submitted is accurate. I can ask any questions, they can ask me questions. And it really serves 2 purposes. One, because if they're pre-approved, I let them know right away. But the other thing is that I can let them know what they would need to do in order to get pre-approved if they're not. And that's one of the main differences that I like to do versus maybe some other lenders. I've heard that, a lot of people that like, sending business our way, is because we will show you exactly what to do to get pre-approved. So if you apply with us, we're going to work with you until. That's a huge difference. And then step number 4 is to give you a pre-approval letter so that you can go shopping, and that's when the fun begins. And then you work with your realtor, you work with your agent, and then you go and find the house that you want. So again, let me just recap. 4 simple steps to get pre-approved. Number 1, speak to a lender first. Speak to a lender first. I would refrain from going online and just starting and just applying online. Speak to a lender first. Make sure it's a good fit. Make sure that you gel with that person. Make sure they're answering your questions. Make sure that they're responsive. You can talk to them. You can get them on the phone. So that's number 1. Step number 2, they're going to invite you to fill out the application. Make sure you fill it out as best as you can. Submit the income information. Step 3, make sure that you schedule a follow-up call. Ask them on the very first call, hey, listen, I'm going to go and fill out the application, but are we going to have a follow-up call to go over everything? So if I have any questions, I can ask you. Make sure that you do that. And then step number 4, if you're approved, get that pre-approval letter. I hope that this helps. Follow me for more. Like and subscribe. See ya. Bye for now.